Cool. My life before Rooted, my Christian walk, I've been a Christian for 7 years before I took Rooted. And the thing that really helped me, like I used to read the Bible pretty much just like a free for all. Like I'm going to jump into this book, I'm going to read this book. I've been a part of different Bible studies, but the thing that Rooted really helped me with was it was like an organized way where I was learning all the basic principles about the Bible and the Christian faith. Um, and that's something that I definitely needed because how I used to read the Bible was just like, I'm gonna pick a topic, I'm gonna pick a book, and that's what it is. There was no real kind of structure in that. So Rooted really helped that out because it talked about all the key points of Christianity in a way and in a flow that really made sense. Like it talked about who God is, it talked about the devil, it talked about what to do like with our money. So it was a good way to really like a good structure to talk about all things that all Christians should know about. As far as like one experience that changed my whole outlook or my whole Christian walk, I don't think I have one specific moment. I think it was kind of like every single meeting, how you are talking about really complex and basic things about the Christian faith. And you hear other people's answers and how they dealt with the questions that the book asks, their outlook on certain biblical topics. Just hearing those kinds of answers from somebody who has a different walk of life than you, that's somebody that you probably wouldn't have talked to at church otherwise if you weren't in that room together. That really helped me because one, I'm able to learn from their experiences, and two, at the same time, I'm able to teach my experiences to them. So it's a cool thing because everybody is learning from each other, different walks of life, different age, different ethnic groups. And that's really what the beauty of, church is learning from other people who are on the same path as you, which is to grow closer to Christ. How has my life changed from Rooted? Going through all those different experiences, like talking to different people and hearing different people's stories and stuff, I would say the two things I took away from is, one is I'm never going to prejudge somebody as if I have nothing in common with them, especially in a church setting. I mean, we're all here because of Cedars, and Rooted is a program from Cedars and community. And everybody is there for a reason. So I truly believe that. So it doesn't matter where you come from. I want to learn what you know, or your different outlooks. So every single person I meet at church, whether it be at Cedars or community, I want to know your story and I want to know who you are personally, because I believe that we have a lot more common than we think we do. I mean, if you're at Cedars, you're at church, and I'm at church, and it's like we obviously have something in common. So, and the thing we have in common is the most important thing. So, never gonna prejudge somebody anymore because, like I said, we all have something in common. And two, something that people have told me before is that like when I talk to you, like I'm asking you like key life questions, and they're like, dang, that's a deep question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I barely know you, but you're asking these good questions that are deep. And that's something that I want to carry on because that's what we did at Rooted. And you learn so much from that. So that's something that I carry on. Like, learn from the Bible. That is the source, that is the authority over your life. Jesus is the authority over your life. But it's cool to learn from other people too. So that's why I'm taking away. Every person I see, I want to learn your story. And two, I'm trying to learn from you just any kind of biblical principles that I can from your experience. So Rooted was cool in that sense. Okay, if someone were to ask me why they should join Rooted, I would say it doesn't matter how long you've been a believer, if you're new to the faith or you've been a believer for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? I believe there is something to learn from a Rooted class because of the diversity that is in there. At the same time, like you can learn something from people, but at the same time, if you've been a Christian for a long time and you're like, I don't need to join Rooted. If you have that experience, don't rob other people of your knowledge and wisdom. Like, use Rooted as a way where you could actually serve other people, other Christians who are trying to learn about biblical principles and things like that. So that would be my encouragement to anybody who is on the fence about joining Rooted. Again, whether you've been a Christian for a short amount of time or a long amount of time, there's always something to learn. And I believe that Rooted is a great way to do that.